Great story from the IPL today. The 24-year-old Priyansh Arya of the Punjab Kings has joined that elite group of batters who've scored 100 in the IPL in under 40 balls. 39 ball 100 for Priyansh Arya today. Amazing performance. Of course, it's not the fastest of all time. The fastest 100 in the IPL of all time is that 30 ball innings by Chris Gayle, the Gayle Storm in 2013. And here's a little recap of how I analyse that innings 12 years ago. His 100 off just 30 balls is of course the fastest ever century made in professional cricket. And as he hit 8 fours and 11 sixes in that 100, he actually scored 98 of them in boundaries at a strike rate of 340. Where did Gayle score those runs? Well, it won't surprise you to see on his wagon wheel that a lot of them went over deep mid-wicket. The sixes, that's very much his arc. But look at the sixes down the ground as well, back over the bowler's head, hit straight, and also these incredible shots over the cover region. How Gayle manages to hit sixes over cover is just beyond belief. Nothing much behind the wicket, whereas we can compare that with Brian Lara's 375, the world record test innings I was talking about last week, and you can see lots of shots behind the wicket, lots of deflections, a 360-degree innings from Lara. Gayle, much more the baseball slogger, hitting it in front of the wicket. How does Gayle manage to maintain such consistently violent hitting? Well, one of the vital keys to his batting is the stillness of his head. He gets into a very stable position just before the ball arrives, with his feet spread quite wide, as you can see here, and then even though he unleashes all these incredibly violent blows, his head is incredibly still, watching the ball all the way onto the bat and of course off it. What undoubtedly also helps Gayle is the size of modern bats. Michael Hussey tweeted a picture the other day of MS Dhoni's bat looking more like a railway sleeper, and I thought it'd be just interesting to compare the difference between bats of today and 30 years ago. Here are some examples. This is from the 1970s, and this is a bat from the current era, and you can just see the difference. It's incredible, particularly the width of the modern bat and the area of the sweet spot being so much bigger, allowing even mishits to go for 6. And by the way, both these bats weigh about the same, about 2 pounds 7 ounces. Here are the fastest centuries in all formats of the game. Chris Gayle's 30 ball 100 in the IPL and Corey Anderson's 36 ball effort for New Zealand in a one-day international, both hitting feats made possible by big bats and small boundaries, which makes Viv Richards' 56 ball 100 in a test match against England 28 years ago with small bats, big boundaries and no helmet, all the more remarkable. That 100 by Gayle isn't actually the fastest century of all time. Barring the efforts of you against your kids in the back garden, we're talking accredited hundreds here, the record is held by Donald Bradman. Who else? Who went to play for Blackheath in New South Wales in 1931 and scored 100 off just 3 8-ball overs. 100 in 22 balls with 10 sixes and 8 fours. What an onslaught that must have been. Bowling has always been a mug's game.